Introduced in the second half of the 19th century, cattle breeding is inseparable from the agricultural history of the country. With more than 125,000 head of cattle, breeding accounts for a large part of the agricultural product of New Caledonia. Bovine breeding is becoming principally orientated towards meat production. More than 3,500 tons of meat pass through the slaughterhouses every year. The most pure races like cattle from Limousin and the Charolais are usually the first to go. At Patrick Ardimani's, the slaughter quota is inferior to that of the big stations. But for the 3 or 4 cattle that are killed each week, Hilaire's collaboration and know-how are important.
Hilaire is an old-timer now, but it still helps to have him around. I think that stockmen are an important addition to the cooperative because they have a lot of skills to bring to the young, traditional knowledge that's beginning to disappear. Hilaire is a stockman, and he can share that wisdom with all the young kids who want to enter the world of cattle breeding.
Brought in by colonists, the stags of New Caledonia were originally from the island of Java. Over 10,000 animals were counted last year, illustrating a rapid expansion due to the lack of a natural predator. Stag hunting, practiced by the stockman, helps to keep the stag population in control. Hunting expeditions take place on the range and last 2 or 3 days. As soon as the stag's path is spotted, the stockmen draw in for the kill. The stag is first bled dry and then cut into pieces. That night at campsite, a part of the animal will be grilled and eaten. The rest will be brought back to the village. Under the glimmering moon, the cold temperatures of night follow the heat of the sun. Hilaire and his men relive the day of hunting and tell stories passed down by their elders about the spirits of the forest. The forest seems full of wisdom. A Caledonian myth speaks of the forest as the true mother of the world. The tree comes from the earth, and man is the fruit of the tree. And with man's regenerative genes, he gives birth to new fruits and new trees. Nothing and nobody exists without the earth. Like all Caledonians, the stockmen are very attached to these ancient beliefs and myths. The tales once softened their childhood and have since accompanied them on the path of life. Above and beyond religious beliefs, Clément remains the living memory of the village of Athieu. It is he who passes down the wonderful legends of old.
One day, a sultan chicken and a rat made a raft out of sugarcane to go fishing on the reef. When they arrived, they climbed on the reef and began to fish, but the rat was hungry, so hungry that he returned to the raft and finished all the sugarcane. The sultan chicken, coming back, asked where the raft had gone. The rat explained that he had finished all the sugarcane in order to satisfy his hunger, so the chicken got up and flew away, and the rat stayed alone and cried on the cliffs. He cried so hard that an octopus heard him and asked him why he was crying. The rat told him the story, and the octopus said that the rat could climb on his back. Swimming in the water with the waves crashing on the bald head of the octopus made the rat laugh. When the octopus asked him why he was laughing, he said it was because of the waves and that they were almost there. Once on the shore, he explained that it was the octopus's bald head that had made him laugh. The octopus was angry, so the rat went to hide in his house, and ever since it's been said that each one stays in his respective home.
Le Ballon d'Or, une aventure universelle. Ce soir au cinéma, le Ballon d'Or à 19h30. La vie de Salif Keita. Dans son village, on l'appelle le Turbo. Le Ballon d'Or à 19h30. Un film sur une passion, le foot.
If the children of the village of Athieu are vividly transported by Clément's magical stories, in Kone, the men prefer the movies. A traveling picture show stops once a month in the village.
Ça va? Oui. Tiens, c'est pour toi. Il est un peu usé, mais je crois qu'il te servira.
The villages of Boulder have always been, by instinct, sparring towns. So it's not surprising that competition has manifested itself in the breeding stations. On his return from a trip to Vanuatu, Patrick Ardimani brought back the rodeo with him.
C'est bon? Allez.
The rodeo is now at all agricultural fairs in New Caledonia. The stockmen compete to see who has the most finesse and strength in a sport that necessitates as much acrobatics as talent.
Non, 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 c'est la peau qui fait ça. C'est la peau qui bat. Mais sinon, t'es bien dessus. Regarde, Jerry. Attends, ramène un peu d'eau. Attends. Ok, je peux m'asseoir? C'est toi. Tu peux t'asseoir après.
For this man, it's his first time on a bull. Friends advise him as to the best position and give encouragement.
Non, n'aie pas peur, il va pas se lever. Essaye de pousser le taureau par qu'il puisse glisser. Voilà. Glisse tes deux pieds. Ouvre son bas en bas, carrément. Prépare-toi bien. Mets-toi bien devant. Mets-toi bien comme si tu voulais sortir. Encore. Avance bien. Voilà. Ok, vous. Ok.
You began at 69. No, I wasn't in that rodeo. I was in the army in France. When I got back, my mother wouldn't let me. I was 18. She absolutely refused. Then I met Patrick. We worked together, and then he said, "Look, I'll get you on a cow to show you what it's like." I was so scared I wet my pants. Not really scared doing it, just thinking about it. I like my job more than anything. I've always taken care of cattle, and I've always trained young horses. And I think I'll continue that all my life. I guess I was born with horseshoes on my feet.
Hilaire and Patrick are stockmen. As such, they know how to handle cattle in these vast open spaces and to stand up to their legendary reputation. This is the Wild West, their Wild West, in the heart of New Caledonia.